In this video today, I'm going to show you how to set up a user, how to set up a group, setting the permissions of this group, how to assign the user to the group, setting up of an alert template, and also the audit of user activity. To set up a new user in Naverisk, simply navigate to the Settings tab, then navigate down here to the Users and Groups. Inside the Users and Groups, click on New User, set up a username for the client, as well as a password, and also set up some basic information about that person. Once you have filled out this information, you can then assign that user to a membership. By default, I'm going to assign this one the full user rights. Click Save, and now that user has been created. The next step is to create the group. Simply click in the top right corner, give the user group a name and a description. For this example, I'm going to create a tickets only view. Once you have created that group, you'll also notice you have a little icon here for a lock. Click that to edit the rights for that group. So in here, I'm only going to select the tickets and maybe the reports tab and allow them only to see the settings and audit reports. Now, I only want Cashflow to be able to see those tickets. I don't want him to have rights to all of my paths. To do this, I'm going to edit Cashflow again. I'm going to remove him from the full user rights and apply him only to the tickets. Now that I've done that, I'm going to log out and I'm going to log in as Cashflow. And as you can see now, I only have access to the tickets and the reports tab. Now, something else that goes hand with user groups is alerting templates. You can see here that I've created another user group called Response Team. And inside there I have all the engineers that are supposed to get the alert emails when a new ticket has been created. Now that I've done so, if we go back to the Settings tab, we can create alert templates. In here I'm going to create a new alert template. I'll give it a simple name such as email alerting, and I have my 3 SLA statuses down here: warning, threat, and failure. For this example, I'll choose the target user group, and if I navigate down to the bottom here, I pick response team. You can have multiple user groups in the target user group as well. I'll do the same for the threat and failures. Now that I've done that, all the warnings, threat, and failures will immediately be sent to everyone who's in the response team. However, I have an ability to set an alert frequency which will send out reminders if the job still hasn't been taken care of yet. I can set the frequency that this is set to. For instance, for my warning, if the issue is not dealt with within 360 minutes, it's going to send a reminder, and it will do that every 360 minutes until that ticket has been resolved. You also have an ability to escalate that to another user group if it has not been dealt with after a certain time. And now we also have the ability to choose when it's going to send those emails. For instance, if the ticket is raised between the hours of 9 AM and 5 PM, I can get an email alert sent to me. However, if a ticket is raised outside of that time, it won't send me an email alert, and I will find the ticket sitting in the ticket console when I arrive the next morning. And you can choose to set this for the same every day, a difference between weekdays and weekends, or you can specifically change every set day. For this example, I'm just going to set some very basic settings. Save that template, and now I have an alerting template that I can set to devices. The best way to apply this alert template to devices is by going back to the settings, going to device types, and setting this alert template at the top level, as I have with servers and workstations. The last thing that I wanted to cover off in this video was the report that allows you to do an audit of the user activity on devices. To do this, simply go into the reports, go to settings and audits, and you'll notice there's some here such as audit trail detail and user access rights. So the audit trail detail gives you a report of which user has run which actions across which devices, and the user access rights report will just show you all the different rights that a user has. That concludes this video.